The air in New Orleans is thick with tension right now. We are looking at a potential dismantling of the identity of our offense, or perhaps the greatest smokescreen of the offseason. Sources are buzzing, reports are conflicting, and the future of the Saints hangs in the balance. We are talking about franchise legends, aggressive free agency moves, and a top 10 draft pick that could change everything. Before we dive into this chaos, I need you to step up for the Who Dat Nation. We are pushing hard for 1,000 subscribers, and your support keeps this coverage alive. Hit that button right now. Let's look at the cold, hard numbers first. Reports emerging on February 20th suggest the Saints are seriously considering releasing Alvin Kamara after June 1st. The financial implication here is massive. By designating him a post-June 1st cut, New Orleans would clear $8.5 million in salary cap space. This isn't just a rumor floating in the ether. Analytics departments are pointing to his 2025 campaign as having the lowest efficiency metrics of his career. The narrative is that he simply does not mesh with Kellen Moore's offensive system. Now, let me switch gears because this frankly makes my blood boil. We are talking about Alvin Kamara, the heart and soul of this offense for years. You look at the stats, I look at the impact. Yes, the numbers dipped, but was he used correctly? Was the offensive line doing its job? To treat a franchise icon like a line item on a spreadsheet is the definition of cold-blooded business in the NFL. But I understand the logic. If you are Kellen Moore, you want speed, you want specific traits, and maybe, just maybe, you believe the current version of Kamara holds the offense back. It is a disrespectful notion to some, but a necessary evil to others trying to rebuild a contender. The idea that we would kick a legend to the curb to save $8 million tells you exactly how desperate this front office is to reshape the roster. They are looking at the cap sheet and seeing dead weight where fans see a legend. But here is the problem. If you cut Kamara, you leave a massive void in the backfield that cannot just be filled by a warm body. You need a plan. You need weapons. And that brings us to the wide receiver room, because if the running game is being stripped out, the passing game better be ready to carry the entire load. This brings us to a shocking connection in free agency.
Listen, this offseason is moving faster than a 2-minute drill. If you want to stay ahead of every rumor, every signing, and every shocking cut before the national media catches up, you need to subscribe right now. Don't miss out.
If the backfield is in danger, the perimeter must be fortified. According to a breakdown released by CBS Sports yesterday, the New Orleans Saints have identified a priority target in free agency, and his name is Romeo Doubs. The strategy here is crystal clear. The front office is looking at Tyler Shuff and realizing he needs more than just Chris Olave to survive in this league. Olave is elite, we know this, but he cannot do it alone. Doubs brings a specific skill set that complements Olave perfectly. He is a reliable route runner, a contested catch threat, and someone who can operate effectively while defenses roll coverage toward Olave. This is about giving Shuff a fighting chance. You cannot evaluate a quarterback properly if he is throwing to practice squad players on third down. Bringing in Doubs signals that the Saints are trying to construct a modern, high-volume passing attack under Kellen Moore. It is a move that screams aggression. They are not sitting back waiting for scraps. They are targeting a proven commodity to elevate the passing floor. But let me be real with you for a second. Signing Romeo Doubs is a nice move. It is a solid move. But does it replace the production of a superstar running back? Absolutely not. It puts a bandage on the offense, but it does not fix the structural identity crisis if Kamara is gone. You can have all the receivers in the world, but if you have zero threat in the run game, defenses are just going to pin their ears back and hunt the quarterback. This potential signing tells me they are pivoting to an air raid mentality, preparing for a world where the running back is interchangeable. But if they are truly moving on from Kamara, they are not just relying on free agency. The draft board is lighting up, and there is one name at pick number 8 that changes the entire conversation about our future.
This is where the plot thickens and the tension goes through the roof. As of this Friday, major mock drafts from NFL.com and A to Z Sports have consolidated their predictions. They have the Saints selecting Notre Dame running back Jeremiah Love with the 8th overall pick. Do you understand what this means? This is not just a draft pick. This is a succession plan written in bold letters. Taking a running back in the top 10 in today's NFL is a massive statement. It says that Kellen Moore wants his own guy, a fresh, explosive playmaker who fits his scheme like a glove, without the price tag or the wear and tear of a veteran. Jeremiah Love is electric. He has the speed, the vision, and the versatility that Moore covets. If this selection happens, it is the final nail in the coffin for the Kamara era. It is the organization saying out loud that they prefer a rookie on a rookie contract over a franchise legend. It is a ruthless transition of power. Imagine the pressure on this kid Love. Coming in at pick 8 to replace the greatest all-purpose back in franchise history, that is a powder keg waiting to explode. But from a roster construction standpoint, it connects the dots. You save the money on Kamara, you spend the draft capital on Love, and you use the savings to buy Romeo Doubs. It is a complete offensive overhaul. It is risky, it is bold, and it terrifies me as much as it excites me. We are talking about ripping the heart out of the locker room to transplant a new one. But just when you think you have figured out the master plan, just when you think Kamara is as good as gone, a voice from inside the building steps out of the shadows and drops a bombshell that contradicts absolutely everything we just discussed.
Stop the presses and hold the phone. Despite the salary cap logic, despite the efficiency concerns, and despite the mock drafts handing us Jeremiah Love, sources inside the New Orleans Saints are telling a completely different story. Insider reports are now surfacing that forcefully push back against the rumors of Alvin Kamara's departure. These sources claim that Kamara is expected to remain with the team. He is under contract for the 2026 season, and the leadership does not seem inclined to part ways with their most dynamic offensive weapon. This changes everything. If this is true, the reports about the June 1st cut are garbage. The mock draft sending a running back to us at 8 become questionable. This is the classic NFL smokescreen season. Who do you believe? Do you believe the analytics guys looking at the cap sheet, or the people inside the building who see the value Kamara brings to the locker room every single day? If Kamara stays, it means Kellen Moore has to adapt his scheme to fit the player, not the other way around. It means the team is doubling down on veteran leadership rather than blowing it up for a rebuild. This report suggests that the Saints believe they can win now with Kamara and perhaps add pieces like Doubs without sacrificing their identity. It creates a fascinating conflict. Is the front office leaking the cut rumors to get Kamara to take a pay cut? Or are the rumors that he is staying the lie, meant to keep trade value high? We are caught in a crossfire of information warfare. One minute he is out the door to save cash, the next he is the cornerstone of the franchise. This level of uncertainty is torture for the fan base, but it shows you exactly how volatile this offseason is about to be. This is the definition of an offseason roller coaster. We went from cutting a legend to drafting his replacement to finding out he might not be going anywhere at all. The front office is playing a high-stakes game of poker, and we are all waiting to see the river card. I need to know where you stand on this. Do you cut Kamara and draft Jeremiah Love, or do you keep the veteran and build around him? Let me know in the comments. This is a pivotal moment for our franchise. Stay locked in because the news is changing by the hour.